Hello, 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 hello. I'm Lynn Broder, and I have a son, Owen, who is 13 and has autism. We paint together, working on his fine motor skills. He helps me paint the backgrounds of our paintings, and then I paint the rest. So I did one to this similar, and so I thought I would do it again. So here we are, doing similar again. Owen is at school. He'll be home shortly, and then we're off to an appointment for him. Yesterday, all my days are blending together, so I have to think through everything. But yesterday he came home with a permission slip to the Clay Center, and it's kind of like a it's a museum, and they hold concerts there, and they have kid activities like just different what am I trying to say? Different activities. Activities, Lynn, what's the word? Like, they have different rooms that are set up for like a puzzle room, or playroom for setting up a grocery store, or a little it's just lots of kids activities for like they do a water room that has like water pours into something, a little music room that there's things on the wall and they change it. So it's sometimes it's more musical, and sometimes there's science stuff, and then there's more like little driving cars and blocks and just anything and everything. But there's also sections like that they had quilt shows there, and they do astronomy things and just all kinds of stuff. So anyways, long story long to get to the short story. Let's make more sense today. That's the goal. Anyways, he loves going to the Clay Center. We don't go too much, but when we do go, he does love going. But I gotta do this light-handed here, so bear with me. Sometimes I get like so heavy-handed on things. So he's been asking to go, and I don't know if it's because they had mentioned it at school, or if he likes going. So we haven't gone since I was diagnosed with cancer and everything. We weren't doing quite as many activities, and just sometimes things are hard for him. So it's been back and forth for different reasons. And I was planning on going with him. Then we got the notification that they were doing this for school. So he was excited about it. And this was all of maybe, in a 10-minute span when he first came home from school. And I was like, oh, you're going to get to go to the Clay Center. And it was a field trip permission slip. So I, at first, did not use that word, field trip, those words. And I have to backtrack and tell you that field trips have not been something recently that Owen has wanted to do. He used to love to go on field trips. He wanted to go on them and he liked them and it was fun for him and, all of that. And then all of a sudden he stopped wanting to go. Backtrack even further, he used to go to the Special Olympics, and they were at this field near us. They had, all the schools would go and participate, and it was just all the different types of, like, they'd have running, and they'd have little bowling things set up, and just all kinds of things to participate in. And depending on the year, he would do different things. And he went a couple of years when he was younger. And then one day I gave him Google Earth, which has been absolutely fabulous because it's helped so many times for us to be able to figure out other places to go and that he wants to see, and also what he doesn't want to do. And he found the field that he went to for the Special Olympics, and he told me that he never wanted to go back. And we've tried different things like baseball and basketball, or baseball, soccer, and they're not been things that he's absolutely, truly loved to do. And so it's probably too chaotic for him. It's probably maybe too loud. That who knows exactly, because he can't tell me why he doesn't want to go back to something. He just tells me he doesn't want to do it. And he'll say, Owen, not going. And so, I don't want him to not enjoy the things he's doing. I want him to be able to tell me what's fun and what's not fun, and just be happy about the things that he gets to do or doesn't want to do. And so I saw, I kept talking about the Clay Center trip, and then I accidentally said field trip, not even thinking any relation to anything at this point. And he got his tablet and he showed me that field of the Special Olympics. And he said, Owen, not going. And it finally dawned on me that he may be thinking that he was going to a field trip literally meant that he was going to that field for the Special Olympics. And so I pulled up Clay Center pictures and I explained to him that he wasn't going to the field, he was going to the Clay Center trip. And so once I kind of talked to him more about it being the Clay Center trip, then he was a little less apprehensive, upset about it being that place, the field place. And so he even woke up this morning, February 20th, which is this coming Friday, today's Wednesday, that has got us like something wrapped around his heart as well. I'm not quite sure what's getting him with that. But once I kept saying that he would be going to the Clay Center, showed him pictures, and then just kept referring to it as Clay Center trip, he was much happier and woke up again, like I said, this morning and was fine with it. So it's truly words that get us sometimes, all of us. And when I was able to kind of refocus what I was saying and think about it and see what he was truly focused on by saying field trip, field, the field that he was going to, that he doesn't want to go to anymore, I feel like he's made that connection. And it's not until March, which again, this is February 18th. All my days are blending together. I think this will, because he hasn't wanted to go to field trips for 2 years at this point, I think, a year and a half, 2 years. And so I'm hoping that this is the thing that kind of says, okay, bud, you can go to a clay center trip, not a field trip. And hopefully he'll be able to kind of, and I told his teacher, so she said that they would only refer to it. She was excited that they would only refer to it as the clay center trip. And so, or that they were going to the clay center even. So, I'm hoping that will kind of help smooth it over for him. So I hope that helps him. So there we go. And, last night he prayed, "Dear God, thank you for February." So, dear God, thank you for February. I always do O for Owen. And then L. And B. So, thank you so much for watching and being a part of our day. Hope you have a great rest of yours. Toodles, toodles.